ChurchTrac has event registrations built right in, so you can manage your upcoming events in the same place you manage everything else about your ministry. In this video, I'll create a registration for a movie night at this church to show you how this process works so you can see how to get the most out of it. First, select the Events and Attendance screen. And to activate and manage registrations, you have to add an event to the calendar. So select the date of the event and fill in the event details. I'll add movie night to the title of this video. I can also choose which calendars this event appears on and add the location to this event here as well. Next, I'll select the Registrations tab at the top of this menu, then select the Set Up Registration for this event button. On the following screen, I have to answer a couple of questions. First, I have to choose who I want to register. Selecting anyone makes this a public event. Literally anyone can sign up. Choosing Connect Users limits signups to only the people I have recorded on the People screen of my account. So I'll choose anyone. The second question asks how I want people to sign up. Single is for if the person signing up is only registering themselves. Count Registrations asks the person filling out the form for a head count. Detailed forces the person registering to fill out a form for each individual they're bringing with them. I know I just breezed through those two steps. If you want to learn more about the options you just saw, we have articles in our user guide that go into more detail on all of them. I highly recommend you read those to get a better understanding of this part of the registration process. Once you're past those two questions, you've arrived at the most crucial part of the registrations process. This menu is where you can customize all of the details for this event. I'll work from the top to the bottom of this screen so you can see everything we've put at your fingertips. I can publish this event to public calendars. This will put it on the upcoming events menu in Church Connect, for instance. I can also view the list of people who have signed up so far for this event by choosing the View Registrants button. From this menu and the Actions button in the top right-hand corner, you can send the registrants a message and generate a report, along with a few other resources. Now, the Attendee Types and Costs button is really cool. If I want people to sign up for this event, I can set the price point and even set different costs for different attendees. First, though, you have to select an event payment type. You can make it flexible payment, which allows registrants to sign up and finish that sign-up process without paying anything. You can require payment or ask for a donation. Now for this event, I'll add an attendee type and I'll say, let's say I want the adults to pay $7 for a ticket to this event. And then for children, let's say they only cost $3 per ticket. So you can set different attendees and different costs for those attendees. Also, I can select a payment category so that the accounting portion is done for you. Next, once you're done with that and I click Close, you can customize the questions that the registrants will fill out by selecting the Form Questions button. I won't go into detail here because we have an article in our user guide that covers how to add form questions and what each of these field types does. Check that out if you have questions about what you see here. Now, once the price and form questions are all ironed out, I still have a few more things I can customize. I can set a cap to the number of signups. We'll say, 100 people can fit in the sanctuary, so I'll put that attendee cap there. Once you've gathered the maximum number of signups, no one else will be allowed to register. I can also add an image to this event in this box right here, which will display on the screen as people register. I actually have an image I've created here, so I'm going to drag and drop it into this box so you can see exactly what that looks like. There we go. The image you add here will also display in Church Connect if you add a registration card for this event. Further, I can set a deadline for the registration, which will prevent signups after that date. I can also select one or more users to receive email notifications as people sign up. So if someone at your church is in charge of this event, this allows them to monitor registrations in real time. You can also add and customize a confirmation email that will go to anyone who completes the registration form. Now, last but not least, You also get a QR code and a URL for this event. This code and URL will take people straight to the registration form. You can download the QR code and use it anywhere, or copy the URL and maybe share it in a text or email from the people screen. Now, I've mentioned other articles a couple of times in this video. That's because there's a lot going on here. I can't recommend spending time in our user guide enough. Read the articles and watch the videos before diving deep into this part of your account, just to make sure you get the most out of it. That's how to get started with registrations. If you have questions, send us a support ticket or visit churchtrac.com/support.